5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna hit you with a short opener.
In between cooking cycles, you're supposed to baste us. That's right, you fucking idiots.
Hello and welcome to the worst movie ever made, an experimental movie podcast designed with one thing in mind: to find the worst movie ever made. I'm your host, Chris Ockman. I'm joined by my co-host and fellow mad scientist, Rob Scucci. Hey, how are you? And why are we doing Showdown in Little Tokyo?
I'm great. This is a weird season. Everything we've picked that has been demonstrated by like Rotten Tomatoes reviews that are, it's supposed to be objectively not good.
Yeah.
We've thoroughly enjoyed almost everything that we've done this season.
Too true,
and
man.
I think next week it's going to trend that way. So we're doing this because Chris hates The Crow, which we brought in for Good Movie Week at www.theworstmovieevermade.com.
I do.
I think it's Brandon Lee's revenge masterpiece. I think it paved the way for the John Wick films and like other like ultra-violent revenge porn type of movies.
Well,
I think it was the archetype,
Both
even though it was like, yes. But the reviews for Showdown Little Tokyo, what is it on Rotten Tomatoes? Let's pull that up real quick. It's 33%, so I was like, it's not great. But like we learned over the years that if anything that's like 60 and higher is like a matter of taste, whether it's good or bad. Like most action movies, most horror movies are like 60, 70%, aside from a few outliers. This is, I'd call this like, I don't know, like an 80%, 70%.
It's closer to the 60-70 range for me. Probably a 62.
6-7. Yeah.
Oh, God. I walked right into that.
But without further ado, we're going to get into Showdown in Little Tokyo with Brandon Lee and Dolph Lundgren. This was a classic. I don't have an alliteration. So you're going to do your explanation first, Chris, unless I could come up with one really fast.
Hey, how about that?
I knew I was missing something. So here we go. I have 17 seconds to come up with the bumper.
Rob gives you the alliteration. I give you the explanation. It's like a little
suicide pact. I'll sting you, you step on me.
This is the best explanation.
Hey, you're going to have to go first, Chris.
And you used to hate me for how long my bumpers were. I bet you're thanking me now.
Yeah, I'm still fucked up, though. So go ahead.
Okay, I'll speak slowly. Kenner meets Murata. Kenner and Murata fight the Red Dragons.
Yeah.
The Red Dragons rape women. Women like Kenner and Murata.
Yeah.
Who wins?
Is that it?
That's all I wrote, dude. That's so funny.
All right, so let's see.
Yeah, okay, so let me explain it a little better. Dolph Lundgren is Major Kenner, Captain Kenner, Officer Kenner, Detective Kenner. I don't know what he is.
Yeah.
I don't know his rank. And he meets Brandon Lee's Officer Murata in you'll figure out what division he's from later, which I think is funny. Kenner and Murata fight each other at first, but then realize they have a common goal of taking down, I think they call themselves the Red Dragons. They're like Japanese gang. They are led by a Mr. Yoshida, who is like a super rapey, horrible guy. But as you will see, his like mileage on rape varies. His interest in murder varies, and he decides to trap guys only to let them go. He decides to go like 3/4 of the way towards the molest without committing all the way, So like, I don't know. I guess he's a really bad guy most of the time. So we want Kenner and Murata to take him down. And we meet a like singer at his club along the way who's very pretty.
Yeah.
And try to protect her and take out the gang all at once. Do they succeed?
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out. That is Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Man.
What do you got for me?
Crow Cop and Chris Kenner kick Yakuza killers with kraw and kraw. How's that? How's that for
I think you should be forced to write this segment in the time that it takes me to explain, because I think that just makes it funnier.
Okay,
that's fantastic.
Challenge accepted.
All right, let's throw it to best YouTube comment. Nice job.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
You like jazz?
Not really. But one thing I do like is reading the worst comments on YouTube.
When will this nightmare end?
I brought in a few because it's borderline with these kind of movies. So despite not making a lot of money in cinemas, this movie is a classic. It's not that long, so if you're looking for an action-packed popcorn movie, this is it. Agree. I love Dolph and Brandon. Oh, they're on a first-name basis. Too bad they didn't get to make another movie together. I think this one works mostly because of their chemistry on screen. I agree. If they made another one like 5 years later, it probably would have been like, Rush Hour quality. And then this movie is actually amazing, and I also agree. I thoroughly enjoyed every second of Showdown in Little Tokyo.
It's very entertaining. I'll give it that.
Mm-hmm. It's not without problems, but it's
that's for sure. Let's throw it to the worst production.
Yeah.
We watched this movie and we were like,
when will this nightmare end?
This is the worst production.
All right, so what do you got? What do you got for a worst?
I have
production?
Uneven distribution of evil. I alluded to this already.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking. Like, just make the guy super evil. They do it, but then they don't do it. They don't commit enough for me. This should have been like RoboCop kind of levels of evil.
Yeah.
It should have been really dark, like Escape New York level. And I think that they were afraid to pull the trigger a little bit because they wanted to save some of the audience, which doesn't matter at this point. It's the 18 to 35-year-old male audience you're going for. You're showing the tits. You're showing the blood. Just commit.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like, you already tipped the scale so much in one direction, you might as well just, like, throw the extra little, like, bag of gold at the end to make it go, like, whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it all in. That's what your audience wants. So, like, commit to it,
Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa, he was Tagawa. He was in Mortal Kombat, and I felt like he was doing way worse shit in this movie, but he seemed infinitely more evil in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, he did.
Like, and he was just going like this in Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
And this one, he's literally
like
raping and taking heads off of women.
What is his name? The like hero from Mortal Kombat. The guy, I forget his fucking name.
I don't
like
know,
Kung Lao.
No, Liu Kang, and then
Liu Kang. Yeah, thank you.
And then Tagawa played Shang Tsung.
Yeah, I was thinking about Shang Tsung like ripping up what's his face, Kung Lao. What did you say?
Liu Kang.
Tearing up Liu Kang's like facts from Grandpa. That's like the most evil thing. Because I don't know if you remember the Mortal Kombat movie, but there's a fax that he gets from his grandpa. Yeah, it's like brother dead, come home because he had to pay by the letter.
Yeah, it was like a Western Union telegram, and like, they're doing it on the cheap.
Yeah, it was great. Sorry, I didn't know how to bring that in, but I had to find a way.
Yeah, he's infinitely more evil in Mortal Kombat, even though like he's portrayed as infinitely more evil and like convincingly so, but like he's way worse in this movie. But it's like a dissonance in your head because like he's like raping and beheading women. Like while taping it, and then like using that tape to show the next woman he's going to rape, what he's going to do to her,
but he's not as evil somehow.
Yeah, he's not as menacing.
Plus, he's got all those those cool tattoos and shit,
Yeah, the Yakuza claw, Yakuza claw or whatever. Yeah,
right.
The iron claw.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's throw to Pot Bounders because it's long. I'm trying to get there.
Well, we got here we go. This is like the shortest movie we've done in a minute with the longest amount of clips.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
So the first shots we get are that of a jacked dude's abs.
Yes.
It's pretty uncomfortable. I was feeling like this movie was going to really derail right up front, There's like 12 different angles we get of this guy's abs.
Glistening
like,
too,
Why? Yeah. Why? Illegal Fight Club time. Dolph Lundgren swings in to break it up. He kicks some ass, but he has to duck and cover when the gangsters open fire on him. He chases them outside only to jump over their car. as they attempt to run him over, which is outrageous that a man who's like 6'5", 240
he's
pounds.
He's like a linebacker. Yeah.
Yeah, not gonna happen. I mean, I don't think LeBron could do it.
Yeah.
The next morning, Dolph gets tea at his favorite local Chinese joint. Oh, sorry. It turns out it's Japanese. Wasn't sure at the time. Those same gangsters come in to extort the business owner. Yeah, little Tokyo. My fault.
Remember on South Park, where it's like, do you know China and Japan are actually different countries? Oh, really?
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, my fault. Those same gangsters come in to extort the business owner. Without dropping his tea, Dolph kicks their asses. He's stopped mid-fight, though, by Brandon Lee. He plays, I'll say, Detective Murata. We're going to get our first clip of these two together in a what I thought was an unintentionally funny and awkward line. This is Asian Task Force.
It certainly is.
Please, hold it!
All right, say it.
Asian Task Force. You're Kenner?
Mm-hmm.
Nelson sent me. I'm your new partner.
Oh, really? Well, looks like they all got away. Good job, officer.
You know all that upper body strength? That really slows you down.
I'm not slow.
You didn't hit me.
Well, if I did, you wouldn't be here.
Not arguing.
Ooh.
But you didn't.
Children.
Hey, here's one. Should I read him his rights?
Sure, if it makes you feel any better. I don't think he's conscious.
I think you're right.
She's delightfully calm for someone whose business was just destroyed.
Well, that's the thing. Is like I thought about throwing this on the most offensive, the minigame.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah.
Because they absolutely annihilate her local business.
Yeah.
And it's like his go-to place for tea in the morning, and they just destroy the whole fucking place, which is a trope on in action movies, but on our podcast at this point, I feel like I shouldn't even mention it because it's like it's the free space on our bingo card at this point.
Yeah, it's the casual wanton destruction of small business.
Yes, yeah, that is the way we typically put it.
But I guess in this case, in this case, it's a little different because they were defending it and then they opened fire on the inside. Like they probably would have done that shit regardless of whether or not they were there. But who am I to say? Yeah.
What was the Jackie Chan movie? Did we do that? Was that Rumble?
Rumble in the Bronx.
We did that some number of years. I feel like years back, right? Anyway,
I wasn't too far back. Yeah, go ahead though. I'll pull it up.
They did a really good job of addressing this the correct way though, because Jackie Chan defends the supermarket against the villains, and so he destroys the supermarket as well, and they're not happy with him for. They were happy being extorted because the extortion was less than the amount of money in product he cost the company, which I really liked because he like destroyed a ton of shelving and chips and Pepsis and glass and the front door and a pillar, and he like cost them like $100,000 in damages, and he's like, I saved your potato chips, don't be mad, and they did a really good job of that. So if you haven't heard the pod before, there you go.
December 2023, our Rumble in the Bronx episode at www.theworstmovieevermade.com. That's episode 129, and we are on 246. So it was a hot minute ago.
Yeah, 2.5 years ago, man.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they set up the classic buddy cop scenario where each of them is too proud to admit that the other partner is good. And I want to say two things. Dolph Lundgren, by the way, is not an American man. You can tell by his name, but not his accent. He does a pretty good job of disguising it, I think, in general.
Yes, but he's also not Asian. So.
No, that's true. Which is cool because he fucking like speaks Japanese pretty well in this movie.
Yeah, I'm no expert, but his dialect seemed pretty good. Yeah.
Imagine Arnold or Sylvester trying to do that. The problem is he's kind of cardboard otherwise, you know.
Yeah.
Which
Dolph?
Yeah, doesn't. Yeah, Dolph, which doesn't really work. But the other thing that I wanted to say was that they set up like a scenario where Dolph Lundgren and Brandon Lee are equals. It's like who's better, the really big strong guy or the really like fit
lanky
fast guy. And and then eventually we figure out who like is the main character, like the 1A. You know, and then you'll find out how he kind of cucks for Dolph later in the movie.
Yeah.
Just a little foreshadowing for you. But anyway, for now, heavy hijinks ensue as they like get in the car together. They drag a guy from that tea shop to the station. And then I didn't know, Rob. I had to clip this because I wasn't sure if I heard it right.
Mm-hmm.
This is a full minute clip. I'm so sorry, but I had to know. Does he say bozo head?
I think he does. We'll play it and find out. Here you go.
Yes, please.
You got a name? How long you been in L.A.? I don't think Bozo Header speaks English.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The man in question, the one being interrogated, if you will, is a 12th century Yakuza holdover. This gang is a warrior class passed down many centuries to engage in such prestigious procedures as hustling small town tea shops and illegal back alley brawl leagues.
Yeah.
Just thought
I'd into a new locale. You gotta start at the bottom, no matter where you're from. You know.
I guess it's true. Yeah, you gotta start as your local like ragtag group before you get really anywhere. Start hustling in the tea shops, I guess.
The problem is they spent all that money on elaborate tattoos before they really found their footing in LA.
Yeah,
they spent like $30,000 on that ink,
dude. On each $30,000 a man on that full body tat. They leave the man in the interrogation room to rethink their strategy, and Dolph reminds Brandon that he hates him, which that was really funny.
Yeah.
In the interrogation room, the criminal is performing warm-up suicide stretches. Dolph tries to intercept the process, but he's too late. So the guy manages to snap his own neck before they can stop him. A little Harry Carey action.
How do you practice that? Because you could only it's harikari. You could only do it once. So how do you practice breaking your own neck? Do you go like, oh no, just kidding?
Yeah.
Do you like stand in front of your mirror?
Right. Like it's like the autoerotic
asphyxiation.
Yeah, before you go full Robin Williams, you know.
Yeah, before you go full Michael Hutchins. And who's the other guy? David Carradine? Carradine? I don't know.
Carradine?
One of those guys.
Kerosene?
I don't know.
Here we meet the leader of the criminal enterprise. He's sharpening his pun game in a clip we call Crushed.
Mr. Yoshida, you can have the bonsai club. Take the gold. I'll work for you. Please. I'll give you anything. No, come on, please. I'm pleading. I'll do anything you want. Get me out of here.
Mr. Tanaka should have retired when we gave him the chance.
One must submit to the inevitable. Hate to see him die that way. It crushes me.
It crushes me.
We move on from that very disturbing scene very quickly to a pool party. A young crack smoking hottie stands poolside as she's informed by the gang leader's right hand man that the big guy wants to speak with her. She has betrayed the gang and given information to someone called Mr. Tanaka, who did we ever meet Mr. Tanaka? I thought he was going to be a character when they named him.
I don't think so.
She's given information to Mr. Tanaka.
Yeah.
Bad
I don't
idea.
even think it's in the there is a Tanaka, but portrayed by Philip Tan. Tanaka.
I don't know. Maybe he was the leader of the Blue Dragons or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, she snitched. As a form of apology, she offers to do him. 90s talk for sex, if you are too young to know that. Right there in front of the gang, she even agrees. He rebuffs with a counter offer of his own. No, I'm going to do you, he says.
Yeah.
What do you think he's implying? He has her smoke some more.
Yeah.
He has her smoke some more crack.
Yeah.
He cuts into her clothes with a dagger, and then he starts getting really into it. And then as she's getting into it, crack's taking over. She's like, all right, in front of all these guys on camera, I think I can do this. And then he cuts her head off with a katana.
He just lops it off with a fucking machete. Because it would be funny if like she knew that's what he was into, and like, he's gonna cut my clothes off, and then it's like sever my head from the rest of my body.
No need to turn around, look at him, make sure he's not doing anything nefarious back there.
Yeah,
it's all foreplay, not foul play.
Mm-hmm.
It did look like Mailbox baseball, though, the way her head came popping off the post,
Yeah.
Anyway, it leads us to a detective who is a homicide detective, not Dolph Lundgren or Brandon Lee, but like a lady informing us about the scene we just saw to Dolph and Brandon. I got to use their names. I'm sorry. Kenner and Murata, I think it was.
Murata, yeah.
Detective lady is giving Murata and Kenner the down low on what happened, even though we just saw it. So here is Weird.
Single blow, very clean. A surgically sharp instrument.
A sword.
Yeah, a sword. Kenner, I have seen a lot of would-be beheadings in my day. It's not as easy as it looks. Whoever did this was very good. It was also completely redundant.
How do you mean?
Open this, please. The eyes, they're still dilated. It's very strange after death, so I did a prelim. If there were enough methamphetamines in her system, she would have been dead in 20 minutes anyway.
What kind?
It's called ice. It was big in Japan, but I haven't seen it much here. It makes rock look like decaf, babe. If it breaks wide, there's gonna be a plague like you have never seen.
Thanks, Russell.
Anytime.
This is a weird part of town.
So much cheese. Like Brandon Lee almost does it too cheesy because every line is just like a wink and a nod to it, and it's like I don't know if it's meant to be that kind of movie or if he just made it into that kind of movie. Yeah,
I think he did because he knew the lines were bad, so he was trying to give you a wink and a nod because
he just
behold
it. Up your lost you.
No, can you hear me?
Oh, you're back. I got you now.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, let me not fuck with the chords anymore. But yeah, I think he was embarrassed by this project a little bit. Like knew the lines were kind of bad, so he tried to give you some.
Yeah,
some
this was like his first U.S. role, I think. So.
Oh, is it?
That explains.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, he had some other shit he was in before this, but I think it was mostly in Japan or something like that. Yeah, cool. He was in. Yeah, he was in Rapid Fire. I heard was fucking great though, which came out a year after. But before that, he was in Legacy of Rage and Laser Mission, and those were both.
I would like to watch Laser Mission.
International B movies, so we'll have to check those out at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
I like what he does.
We have to. It's our mission.
Yeah,
Yeah. We're only 249 movies in. We have like 400,000 to go.
Yeah, we got our work cut out for us.
Yeah. Murata and Kenner head to the Bonsai Club to catch up with the Red Dragon gang. They head to the back door. Dolph knocks out a man, who answers the door with like a single punch, just a power shot, which is the name of his game, I think,
Yeah.
But then we get clued into how good Murata is when he takes out two guys with some like really smooth, stealthy moves, Inside the club, we see a singer, a sushi servant in the skinny, and two totally sposed sumo spar session ladies. I was trying to borrow your trick with the S's there.
Yeah.
The singer is going to be the only consequential character out of all of those, but Kenner gets informed from the singer just before the big battle begins that Hannah Murata. I said info from. So Kenner gets info from the singer before a big battle begins, and all these guys come rushing in, like, I don't know, they give Kenner just enough time to interview the singer, which is pretty convenient. It's a little blood rain convenient, They like beat down the front guy, and then the next wave, to use terminology from this movie, like wave one is over, and then they go to the singer and talk to her and get just enough information before the rest of the guys come in. What's weird to me is that they get captured. I don't know how much to give away right now. They get captured because there's like 40 dudes holding them at gunpoint. There's nothing they can do, and then they're brought into the villain's lair in the bottom of the club. And then Kenner punches a dude in the face, grabs his gun, and then points it at Yoshida. And then he rips his shirt open and discovers all the tattoos, which clue him in, coupled with the scar on his face, that Yoshida was Kenner's parents' murderer, like a Batman situation. And
when he was like 9 years old. Yeah.
Not the smartest move, in my opinion. It leads us to a clip, though. What do we do if we're Kenner and Murata in this situation?
You pull your badge.
I don't know. I think I'm pretty sure we're fucking. Do what?
You pull your badge out and hope for the best.
Yeah, well, that's and explain that you two are cops.
Here you go.
Okay. You?
Have we met before?
Last time I saw you, your face matched.
I knew you would come someday. You saved me the trouble of waiting. Should have finished the job then.
I'll do it for you now.
I don't think so.
Cop. Policeman. You understand? It's bad to shoot me. He's a cop, too. It's bad to shoot him. Shit.
It is impressive that he does this all with a straight face. Like, maybe a smirk at times, but like completely deadpan. It's fucking great.
I felt like that part was kind of charming, Like,
yeah.
You definitely don't want to shoot
either way. Let's see if they back off because of the paperwork that they'll have to inevitably do.
Dude, for all I know, it works.
Yeah.
Because you know what they don't do? They don't kill them for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
They just let them leave. Even though, like, the gang leader's life was threatened. They just, hey, we'll kill you some other time. Right now is not good for us. Pretty weird.
Yep.
Murata wants to know what's happening with him and with Kenner and Yoshida.
Yeah.
So they have like that buddy cop bonding moment in the car where Kenner gives him the scoop. Let's throw it to that. Not really, but this is Eat Fish.
Yeah.
I told you I was brought up in Japan. My father was an MP with the occupational forces. And when I was 9 years old, both my parents were murdered. I saw it done. The man who killed him, he wore the tattoo of the Iron Claw. I saw him that night as he killed my parents. I struck him in the face with his own sword. It was Yoshida.
Oh, that's perfect. I'm partnered with a homicidal maniac on a personal vendetta of family vengeance.
Okay. Well, I'll tell Nelson this isn't working out, and I'll get you re-signed.
Like hell you will. Listen, will you do this right? Clean. Like a cop in the 20th century, not some samurai warrior. We're gonna nail this guy. And when we get done, we're gonna go eat fish off those naked chicks.
Hell yeah, brother. Love that. Love that music, too.
Yeah. We're gonna eat fish off those naked chicks.
Never done it personally. Don't know what it adds to the experience.
Yeah, you get
not much
skin
for
salt
flavor,
on
I
it.
imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No thanks.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Mm.
Rob and I are both gay, by the way. That's probably why.
Yeah.
So Kenner and Murata had to scope out the Red Dragon operation. So they pull out with their binoculars and look at the gate.
Yeah.
Because that's all they can see from the street.
Yeah.
Is the gate. But luckily enough, they also see a bunch of bikers head into the facility. What they don't know is that there's also a bunch of gangsters already in there. And I don't mean the Red Dragon style Iron Claw kind of gangsters. I mean like the 90s like denim wearing
like Hell's Angels and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but also the denim wearing gangster rapper kind.
Oh, yeah.
With a do-rag and that's it. So everybody's just dressed in leather if you're not a member of the Red Dragons, and it got confusing. I didn't know what was happening. I thought there was a lot of black bikers on one side and a lot of white bikers on the other. Turns out all the bikers were white, and like the rappers were black, and it seemed about right for the 90s when I realized that there were like gangster rap or like, hoodlums as well, if you will.
Yeah.
And it's I thought it was funny too that it's ICE operations happening in the facility. I mean, you hear that a lot now, but it's not the same kind of thing. And so you heard it before. ICE, if you know, just for a little factoid, is so it's so good a drug, like it's so strong, I should say, a drug that it makes rock look like decap. I thought I'd reiterate that point. So this is where I put down the first abuser, because while the bikers were talking to Yoshida, I thought a really funny moment happened, and it's a little racist, and I'm sorry for that, but it is funny.
Is it hopefully?
No way! Go home, fucking slopehead!
That's what one of the bikers, who is like the worst actor you've ever heard in your life, says to Yoshida, and then swiftly gets his arm cut off for calling him a shaped head. Yeah. The bikers say go fuck yourself. The gangsters say go fuck yourself. Yoshida chops the arm off, and then all of a sudden that convinces the bikers and gangsters to agree to distribute the ice for him indefinitely, as far as we know. It's just like no written contract. They're just like, okay, you chopped a guy's arm off with a sword. We're convinced now. We're not going to just like try to kill you.
Yeah.
We're just going to do what you say. Yoshida then threatens the singer from the club, and he brings her back to his place to show her the decapitation porn that he made earlier in the movie. He then traps her at her mansion. Really nice place with good ocean views, gotta say. Like if I'm gonna be kidnapped and made, like an occasional bang, like do drugs, watch TV at a mansion kind of place, is the kind of view I want if I'm stuck in this situation. Just saying, it's like the best of that world.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Not victim blaming or anything, but All the Japanese guys
there's
speak English.
There's infinitely worse places to be a victim, is what Chris is saying.
Yeah, a lot of them. There are children under aluminum blankets as we speak, and they did nothing. They didn't inform. They didn't try to run away with the good guy. They're just kids.
Yeah.
So I noticed that all the Japanese guys speak English to each other in this movie.
Yeah.
Which is weird because Kenner seems like the only one who really wants to speak Japanese. He just needs that street cred,
It's like a flex.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which he likes doing. I've noticed.
Yeah.
Tanner. I wrote Tanner, not Kenner, because I wasn't sure of his name yet. Kenner and Murata get a glimpse through the window at the singer. She's behind the window, getting prepared, doing some interrogation room stretching, so to speak.
Yeah.
And that leads us to our next clip. This one's called 9 Guys.
Hey, it's that girl from the club, the one we talked to.
What's she up to?
She's straightening up or something. She's laying things out real carefully.
Somebody left a big knife out.
Hand me that.
Idiot.
Seriously.
Kenner, come on.
She's making preparations for seppuku.
What's seppuku?
Ritual suicide. It's rarely done by women unless they've been irredeemably dishonored.
Keep that in mind, Kenner.
All right, you take the car, follow Yoshida.
Kenner! There's got to be 9 guys in there.
So much.
I swear to God, he just said Tanner.
Yeah.
Just then. He didn't say Kenner. Tanner! Anyway, Tanner heads in for the rescue. She's getting set to stab herself in the neck or something. Yeah. And she isn't much fussed about the gunshots going on. I mentioned that. Really, she's committed at this point. Not really concerned about what kind of shooting's going on. He scoops her up and runs out with her, tosses her into a car that has very convenient keys there. He flips over another car like Schwarzenegger style, like a show of strength.
Yep. Like a Predator.
Yeah. We're like, what was it, Raw Deal? When he's in... was it Raw Deal? When he's in the mall and he, picks up the phone booth and he,
That's Commando.
Oh, that is Commando. Yeah, you're right. It is Commando. Because you know what else happens in Commando? Yeah. And then get the log. Yeah, the log. And then he pulls a truck uphill.
Yeah.
Doesn't have an engine, granted, but he still pushes it uphill. The whole truck that doesn't have gas. Anyway, he shoots it, causing it to explode in a very 90s style. All you have to do is hit the gas tank with a bullet, and the whole thing just goes inferno.
Yeah, levels a whole block, a whole city block.
Yeah, it's true. He brings her back to his regular apartment that is also Japanese themed, but it's his regular domicile. And he teaches her how to protect herself in the most badass but tropey way possible. This is Fall Down.
That is a great scene.
It is.
All right, the safety's off. Take this, point this in the direction things are, pull the trigger, and they'll fall down.
Ugh, so bad, dude.
Yeah. Where is he now? I'll be there. Shoot anything you see move.
What if it's you?
You won't see me coming.
It's a bad line.
But you'll hear it later.
No, literally. Literally, they reference that.
All up in her pussy.
In a different way. Kenner and Murata head into another crime den, but before entering, Kenner says, "Are you scared?" Murata smells his knees, and then he says, "No." And then Kenner says, "You should be."
I think he was smelling his own ass.
Yeah, maybe.
To make sure he didn't shit himself.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. I thought he was stretching, but then he doesn't pig in the hell.
Straight face, completely straight face.
Yeah, 100%. They head into a bathhouse where all the very tattooed men hang out in like sumo thongs.
And their
Underwater.
little sumo thongs, yes.
Yeah.
They're steamy sumo thongs.
Yeah. Kenner and I said, is his name Kenna? At this point, I'm still not sure what his fucking name is because every time they say it, it's different. It's pronounced differently. They brawl with the bathhouse bad boys, trying to take Yoshida into the jailhouse. I want one scene that I really wanted to clip, but I didn't know if I could because it would be like purely YouTube audience. Was when the like really big fat guy, like when they burst in and the really big fat guy just goes like under the water.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I'm out. But it so happens that he's like going from one pond to the next to attack Kenner from behind. Anyway, Kenner is pulled underwater by this big fat guy, and he stabs him, and then he like hoses him to death with water, which was interesting to watch. So check that shit out if you want to see some creative kills. They run from the bathhouse, unsuccessful in getting Yoshida because they didn't realize how many guys they were up against, even though they should have. And they're like, let's get the fuck out of here. So they pick up the singer. I think her name is Manaka. And they head to Kenner's other apartment, which he built by himself with his bare hands. And it is even more Japanese, including like a hot bath, kind of like it's like a
barrel bath,
like a hot tub, but you have to make a fire to make it hot water, and like that just seems like a pain in the ass. Like you're gonna burn yourself to death, or it's not gonna be hot enough. Just get some propane, right? Anyway, these jokers make the best one-liners you'll hear. I'm telling you, let's go over to futon.
Look, maybe there's a hotel or something down the road.
Oh, get some sleep. There are 3 rooms, 3 futons.
Okay. What's a futon?
Not sure. I feel like I missed something. Was there a line earlier in the movie? Was there some hidden understanding that I wasn't privy to?
No, I mean, like he even if you're not like Japanese, you know what a futon is, like in the 90s, right? Like, I
think so.
I had a futon in my bedroom instead of a bed because it could be also a couch. It's sweet.
Like you know what's weird is like almost everyone is a cousin, and not everyone has a futon, but every cousin has a futon. Like every cousin I ever had a futon. I don't know. It's just a thing that comes with the cousin as like an accessory. You know, like cousins just have futons. So like everybody in America knows what that is because your cousin has one for sure.
Yeah, it's a bad cat.
Even if you don't and you are a cousin. Yeah.
Yeah.
The villains have found the safe house, however, so not the safest. Manaka is taken hostage by the bad guys. There are more bullets than bad guys, so they just have to like give up, you know. But before they do so, you get a lot of like cool cop back and forth talk, like a lot of really good like, building each other up, heavy compliments, kind of buddy cop stuff. Totally normal shit, you know. Here's one of those totally normal lines. This is the biggest.
Kenner, just in case we get killed, I wanted to tell you, you have the biggest dick I've ever seen on me.
Thanks. I don't know what to say.
How about don't get killed?
Don't get killed.
You too.
You got the biggest dick I've ever seen, man.
On a man, because he's seen like horses and shit. I guess.
Yeah.
That's what we're to take from it.
Yeah.
That penis belongs on a different animal. It is so large. Dolph Lundgren.
You've got a barnyard ball sack.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna try. After defeating the first wave, Murata says
an
it's
equestrian
like a video game.
erection. All right, go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Nicely
Yeah.
done. After defeating a whale's wiener, that's just a thing. After defeating the first wave, Murata says it's like a video game, and you just defeated the first wave. That's I had to say it because we referred to it before.
Yeah.
Right after that, the bad guys, capture Manaka, and they win, according to Dolph Lundgren, according to Kenner. Murata and Kenner are brought in to be tortured.
Yeah.
Not to be killed. Just to be left with like one torturer, while the rest of the gang just assumes the torturer is doing the job correctly.
Yeah.
You know, they're strapped into an electrical gurney. They manage to rip themselves out and electrocute the capturer, the guy who's torturing them. Go figure. It's like how in Austin Powers, Mr. Dr. Evil leaves Austin Powers in like a tank with sharks that have lasers on their heads. Yeah. And one like henchman, and he's like, no, I just assume it's gonna. And then Scotty's like, you can't leave him. You gotta like ensure that he dies. You know, like make sure he dies before you leave, because otherwise, he is like an international man of mystery. He might like escape. It's another 90s trope. So they leave them with the torturer. They kill the torturer. They escape. This scares the bad guy, Yoshida, enough that all 40 members of the gang flee, except for one guy who leaves his car like so obvious that the bad guys or the good guys for some reason don't think about how obvious it is. They get into the car. They like start it up, drive, and then get immediately boxed in by all 40 gangsters who were fleeing from two men. So maybe they should have thought about this. And when they get boxed in, they get forklifted into the crusher that we saw from earlier. And instead of them dying, they were somehow able to like flatten themselves out inside the car somehow and get out just before it's scrapped completely.
Yep.
And then they fake their death.
Yeah. Standard stuff, really.
Right. So let's see a little bit of that action in this clip called Poker.
What
did that mean?
Roughly translated, out of the frying pan and boned up the ass with a red-hot poker.
There you have it.
I like that car, and I like that girl. I like to cut off certain parts of Yoshida's anatomy.
You got a fixation, pal. So shall we climb down and kick some ass?
No. We're gonna enjoy being dead for a while. Trust me. They'll be surprised when we show up.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Like you guys are like basically invincible. Go down there and save Manaka.
Yeah.
Don't let her like be in his clutches for a while you go back to your apartment in montage.
Yeah. Shadow boxing by
candlelight.
Yeah.
But that's what they do. They have like a watermelon punching fest with
TC2000. Staring at the Newton's balls.
Yeah, exactly. They go back and they train. Yoshida feels like it's time to let the product out on the street that is ice, it makes rock look like decaf. It's so strong. Now the pesky popos are out of the way, so let's get this out there, bikers, one-armed biker and gangsters and stuff. So this is the perfect time. Let's throw it to our clip called Football. I can't remember why it's called that. So this is a toss up on this clip.
I remember, but we'll play it out.
At 3 a.m., first shipments of Red Dragon will leave for national distribution. It's a glorious time, gentlemen.
Oh, I do too now.
A time for celebration. And now America can enjoy our beer and our drugs while watching football.
Beer.
Steamy.
That's why I kept it in.
And
Had
then
to
they
keep that shit
proceed
in.
to
That's amazing.
drive through that wall like it's paper.
Yes.
Even
Yes,
though it's
they
like
do.
fortified concrete. Yeah.
Yeah, they go right into the factory with the truck.
Yeah.
Not afraid that they might be running over Banaka in the process.
Not afraid that they hit the wall and they just both instantly die on impact because that's not the kind of wall that you could just drive through because it's a fucking concrete wall.
It's it's not the aggro crag. It is a wall.
Yeah. Like a factory wall. Like a nice solid factory wall. Yeah.
One where they're actually like kind of accounting for vehicles hitting it because there are a lot of vehicles on site. So it's accounted for. Yeah.
It's a distillery delivery. Like half the truckers like that show up to deliver your shipments are half in the bags. They're just gonna accidentally
exactly.
par for the course drive into the wall.
As are all.
Yeah.
But this factory turns into an industrial arena. We get these a lot too, you know. It's just really fun to watch guys.
It's a budget thing, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It makes for cheap scenery, but also it's kind of fun to watch like people fighting on like those, you know, those like metal only walkways that are like one story
like
high above everything else.
Yeah,
like the foreman's
like the
walkway. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just really fun to watch people shoot at each other and punch each other on those because it seems precarious, but it's not like a swinging bridge, you know. So like, but it's cheap because you can just get like an abandoned one. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
$1,000
or whatever, maybe
per day.
you know somebody who like has a factory and they're like, hey, like tell your foreman that we'll get him in the movie if we can film there for a day, you know.
Exactly.
Kenner and Yoshida go at it. Murata and Yoshida's right hand man, who I meant to mention before, is like the right hand man in a lot of 90s movies. I think he's in Three Ninjas, and I know 100% he's in Ninja Turtles 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the right hand man to Shredder.
Yep.
Father gone. Here. They will pay. Here.
Any who challenge, step forward. And then Shredder's like, I challenge. It's like fucking epic for a fucking kids movie. Anyway.
Kids movie, yeah.
Unlimited bullets trope going on in the factory. Here's how Murata defeats the second in command. So we get Brandon Lee's like little moment to shine. And Rob, I think you actually really love this scene from the sounds of it.
Yeah. I really do. You know what? Listening audience, keep this in mind. Last week, ICU/Detox built up to the epic one-liner, I see you. You see that.
This.
Or this, yeah. And
so
now, this is equally cheesy. Should I play the clip called The Right? Because this is the one-liner that this movie builds up to. Okay.
You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney? You have the right to be dead.
It's so fucking bad.
And I know alcohol is flammable, but I don't think like low test beer would blow up like that. That was like a beer.
Yeah.
Still, right? Yeah.
Beer. There's literally no beer that will catch on fire like that.
Yeah.
I think you have to be
150.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
I think like Bacardi O is where you start. Like it has to be like 151.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So you have the right to be dead.
And then he throws it in and just goes, pff, and the guy's like, "Can you get me out of here?" Throw down like a rope or something. Good thing Murata didn't blow the entire facility, by the way, because like he came damn near blowing the entire facility to smithereens. Yoshida ties Manaka, that is the singer, to a gas pump, and like he's escaping on foot with Manaka, like dragging her along, and a like fully healthy Kenner, who is Dolph Lundgren, like looks like a fucking. Like you could not be in better shape. Is hot on his tail, dragging a lady.
He's literally
and somehow,
like what I imagine when people talk about a master race. He's like blonde hair, blue eyed, chiseled, like perfect jawbone, built like a linebacker, like just like superior genetics to anybody. Like I understand, I understand what they were going for.
Hitler is like jizzer-sizing in hell right now.
Yeah, and Hitler was jizzer-sizing to like the likeness of Dolph Lundgren. That's what he wanted for the world.
Absolutely was. This guy is chasing after you, and you are like trying to pull a full body weight Asian. Okay, so it's like this little Asian singer lady, so she weighs like 100 pounds maybe. But like still, like having someone resist you the whole way and you're trying to run away from Dolph Lundgren, and somehow he has the time to set up this like insanely elaborate like gas trail. He set up a bunch of tanks. Like he ties her to a phone booth and then sets up a bunch of gas tanks around her, and then leaves a gas trail like GTA 5 all the way from her body to like hit where he's at, and then he shoots it with a gun to start it. And I'm like, who has this time and knowledge to do this in this situation?
The ingenuity involved,
yeah. But you know, you don't get to the top of the Red Dragon Iron Claw clan unless you have this kind of creativity, I guess. So he really tried to, and he does fail. I wrote into the outline that she dies a horrible, horrible death, engulfed in flames, but I decided to abandon that just now because she doesn't. Anyway, Yoshida then attempts to disappear into a Japanese New Year parade. I don't know what are the Japanese parade about.
I don't know, like dragons and shit.
Do the Japanese even believe in dragons? I'm not sure.
The Japan parade in NYC is that's New York City. We want Tokyo, right? And LA. The Nisei Week Grand Parade is a vibrant annual cultural celebration in Los Angeles' Little Tokyo, running in mid-August to celebrate Japanese and Japanese American heritage. It features taiko drumming, traditional Ando dancing, colorful floats, and community groups highlighting culture, community, and history. So it's like a state fair, but for Japanese people.
So this year they had one in New York. Oh no, what are we out in LA?
We're in LA.
In this,
that was
movie?
the LA one I looked.
Oh yeah, Showdown in Little Tokyo, LA.
Yeah. Los Angeles cop Chris Kenner is an American. Yeah. So.
Okay, cool. So this makes total sense then.
So there's like a shitty cover band on a block party, and then you buy like moon rocks from street vendors who are ripping you off for their
fool's gold.
Stuff.
Yeah. You buy one of those like samurai swords, only it's inflated and not actually real.
Yeah.
You know why I'm asking you about that little detail is because Yoshida attempts to disappear into that Japanese crowd, and then he comes up and shoots Kenner. And then Kenner's like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm safe because the bullet went through, but what I'm going to pull this guy's full-on fucking actual samurai sword out of his holster as he's driving by. I almost said on a horse. Yeah. But this dude's riding by on a horse, and Kenner grabs his sword, and it is like a fucking actual samurai sword.
Yeah.
And it's just funny because Yoshida's like, oh, I'll do you one better. I'll be evil about it and actually throw this guy to the ground and this horse too, and grab my samurai sword from him. So samurai like sword battle. What is the word I'm looking for? There's a samurai sword.
Like a duel? Katana, yeah.
It's a katana battle, and now the showdown in Little Tokyo really begins. For the namesake. They both, slash each other. They get in good shots,
Yeah.
the parade staff's getting kind of into it. I thought I saw a few dudes betting over a bag of water as they were going at it.
With beta fish in it, yeah.
Yeah, with a little beta fish. But yeah, so the battle ensues, and you know what? Instead of describing to you how the movie finishes this time, we're going to throw it to clip, and that'll be the end. Because the clip is fucking insane. The way this movie ends is super nutty. I don't know what to tell you other than this is bullseye.
Yeah.
Thank you!
This is for my parents.
Nice slicing and dicing, partner.
Fucking insane, dude. Why does the wheel explode?
I don't know. It looks
Literally no fucking possible reason that would ever happen. He didn't shoot it in the gas tank.
No. Yeah.
It just explodes.
Yeah.
Anyway, for you podcast only listeners, Kenner throws Yoshida.
Song gets thrown onto like a Wheel of Fortune wheel.
And then Ivan Drago stabs him with a katana and throws him into that wheel that is spinning.
Yeah.
And somehow he sticks like a fucking lawn dart. And then spins. What was the what was that like slasher movie we watched where they're in like where they can't get away and like some woman
Steel
is
Trap?
like thrown it might have been Steel Trap. I don't fucking remember anymore.
It was like the Saw knockoff where they're in the building with the party.
Yeah. And they could have just like broken a window and like screamed down to the passersby, but they decided to all get murdered instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Well, there was a Wheel of Fortune, like Wheel of Misfortune situation like that too. I thought about clipping that one as Wheel of Misfortune, but I'm pretty sure I clipped it as Wheel of Misfortune for Steel Trap because, I probably would have.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the way the movie ends. So Kenner has a bullet through the shoulder. That's all that happens to our heroes. They survive. The entire, Red Dragon Mafia of 300 men are dead at the hands of these two men who took one bullet and survived it. Let's throw it to the offensive minigame.
Sure. Where do we go? Well, how do you feel about offensive minigames?
Oh, no, just get me psychotic. How about a suicide pact?
Oh, right. So what do we got? We're against Blood Rain still, right?
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And will be, I think. It's going to be hard-pressed to push Showdown in Little Tokyo, which we both enjoyed watching over Blood Rain.
Yeah.
But anyway, Blood Rain bodies Bubble Body.
Okay.
And by that I mean Rain, our main character, doesn't even have a opening conversation with this dude who's like axe wielding, and he's nasty. He looks gross. I'll give her that. But doesn't give you any reason to smash his head in just before he wakes up.
While he's sleeping.
Yeah. Fucker.
He was literally he was a second away from being like me, like not kind of sleeping. He was in that kind of deep sleep.
He was he was mid REM, dude.
Yeah, and they better bash his skull in just in case.
Yeah. There was a scene in this movie where because Kenner is able to escape with Manaka.
Yeah.
A guy guarding the house felt responsible for letting them escape. So he apologizes by way of cutting his finger off.
Yep.
You remember that?
Yeah,
But
immediately before he gets
Yoshida
executed.
didn't think that was enough. Yeah, right. So I said finger felling pre-fatality. Why let the guy, cut him, stab him right in the heart?
At face value, that's more offensive, as far as honor goes, because the guy, he did the sacrifice, and then he's like, I don't give a shit about your sacrifice. I'm gonna fucking kill you anyway.
Yeah.
In the context of Blood Rain, it's no, that guy was he was in a evil castle. He looked evil. So I could see the fate of the world is in the hands of this one dampier. So I would say Showdown's probably more offensive because you're literally insulting the man's honor. The guy's doing the honorable thing, and then he gets iced anyway, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And just for context, listeners, the offensive minigame is not things that necessarily offend us or that we find offensive. It's just within the mechanics of the world they construct, that's egregious behavior that should not be tolerated. That's the lens we're seeing this through. And I'd say
that's well said, Rob.
That man's
that is pretty accurate. Yeah. Speaking of things that we wouldn't tolerate, looting dead lesbian vampires, not very cool.
Yeah. Okay. Who was that against?
Several Segallus seppukus.
I'm gonna go with Blood Rain.
Okay, just to explain, Steven Seagal is the only person that's ever said seppuku on this podcast, and he said it 7 times over 4 movies. And I just thought it was fucking hilarious that somebody actually said it that wasn't him. But also, I thought it painted a disturbing, depiction of the Japanese culture. They're not going to just kill themselves immediately when dishonored. I don't think. Actually, I don't know the culture that well.
I'm gonna pull my
card
out and put it back on that too. Yeah, I think that's actually more offensive. I mean, as a South Park joke too, when Mr. Tokiyama and Mr. Liu Kim are the Chinese Japanese City Walk and City Sushi. And he's like, "You guys kill yourself all the time," and he has the map and the percentages. So I think that's probably that's actually more egregious. Now that I mentioned,
it's pretty rough. So several Segallus seppukus.
Yeah, several Segallus seppukus is more offensive.
Prematurely. So I'm gonna flip it, right? So this will be Showdown and Little Tokyo first this time.
Yeah.
Just to get your mind right on this one. Prematurely massaging Manaka's Manakers.
Okay.
Or Rain regifting runic retina to Mammy Racist.
Blood Rain, I guess. I mean, Showdown already won, so
yeah.
I feel like that's borderline, and I gotta throw a bone in Blood Rain.
So I had to find another way to say that Rain just gave up and gave her dad, her mom's rapist and murderer, the eye that makes him invincible, basically.
Yeah.
For literally no reason, or
I
don't know. I wasn't sure if it was really that offensive, but Kenner is in the hot tub, and Manaka comes out there, and this is a day after she was literally raped.
Yeah.
And then she gives herself to him, and he's cool with it. And I don't think that tracks with how a very recently violated woman is going to feel about her body. But you know what? I don't know her. I don't know her thoughts in the moment, so I guess I'll leave that one alone, and we'll go with Rain regifting runic retina to Mommy's rapist. Both have to do with rape, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what made us
Let's
tough.
do yeah, right. Can't make it a wash, otherwise, you're belittling one or the other.
Yeah.
It's a bad situation.
Yeah.
So let's just skip right by it and throw it to bad credit names.
Dar Brown, Ernie Lively, Doy Swafford, Gary Farr, Gary Toy, and Dirk Kraft.
Lucas Bowser. Mario.
I thought I said doofus at first, and I was just like, okay.
No, Luke was in the living room, and he was like, Lucas, and he ran up to me, and then he was like, Lucas Bowser, Mario, and I was like, all right, Luke, you made it. Anytime he realizes that I'm recording, he just has to get in there. Wow,
he's got to interfere. Yeah,
crazy leading. Okay, let's throw it to the movie comparison.
Okay, let's go.
You can just start backing up, honey, because I believe you're about to hit it.
And we're about to compare the movies.
You like jazz?
A little. All right, Blood Rain or Showdown in Little Tokyo. Production, accents, and apathy for Blood Rain, or uneven distribution of evil.
Accents and apathy. Still, I still can't get past that
for sure.
Like literally, no one in that movie gave. They're on the adventure of a lifetime, and no one gave a shit.
Yeah,
and they couldn't even.
And I know where
ye old speak.
No, they hated being on set. They felt like it was below them, for sure.
Yeah.
Dialogue. I know you're giving it to Blood Rain because
Blood
you
Rain,
enjoyed
yeah.
some of the zingers. Yeah. Acting. I'm gonna give it to Blood Rain as well.
Yep.
Although Dolph was very flat.
Yeah, and like Brandon Lee is just like, dude, like, it's tough because everything he says is funny, and he does it deadpan. And it's like, I think you're right, Chris. I think he got the script and he got the work, and this was like his first like American role. And he's like, I got to do it, but he's like, I don't want to. So he's just like, you've got the biggest dick I've ever seen, and it's like, that's why I enjoyed it so much because it's like so flat faced.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't believe I'm doing
well.
this.
He played it well.
And he chewed the scenery. Yeah.
Much better than the Crow. So what is the demerit for Showdown in Little Tokyo for you?
Oh God. Honestly, I don't know. Driving through that wall pissed me off. So I don't know how to phrase that or articulate it in like a zingy way. But they're all right. So how about
can't park there, mate?
How about beat cops in God mode?
Beat cops God mode.
Yeah, because like they're invincible. You're right. Like they went through all this shit, and like I'm all for suspending disbelief when you're watching an action movie. But if it's like a odd couple buddy comedy, like one of them needs to be gravely injured and like just make it.
For sure.
And like Dolph Lundgren was like shot in the chest and sliced with a samurai sword like several times during that show off. And
yeah,
Showdown.
He's like, I'm good.
He's like, all right, I'm gonna walk home now to my destroyed place and like maybe lay on one of those burnt down futons.
You got any salt? I have an 18-inch wound over my chest.
Yeah, and an 18-inch dick, according to
yeah.
According
to his buddy. Yeah, true.
Yeah, according to Murata.
So the worst movie of the season still, The Rain Belongs to Blood Rain.
All right. Well,
it does not seem like it wants to be dethroned anytime soon.
So we're gonna have a problem next week because I sent Chris a movie poster. We didn't do a poll this week. You may have noticed.
No, we didn't. And we normally do.
Because sometimes I send screenshots of like movie posters to Chris when I just watch things for my own enjoyment, and I found a Chuck Norris movie from 1985 called Invasion USA. And all I'll really reveal here is the main antagonist loves shooting people in the dick. Like they're brawling, and he just like pulls their waistband out, shoves his gun down there, it's like blah 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 blah, and he does it multiple times.
Jesus, dude.
So we might there's going to be a disproportionate amount of enjoyment for this, but it's not a good movie. It's fucking terrible.
All right, well, the season theme for sure is like enjoying it more than we should.
Surprisingly, having a good time watching these. Like normally, we're like. By the end of the season, we're ready to like give up and not do the show anymore. But this is giving me the courage to push on for like another 250 episodes. Yeah,
for real.
Because
so that movie is called Invasion USA. That's what we're doing next week.
Ooh, let me show that on the drive for you right now before I accidentally delete
please.
it. Because did it.
And then when you're done with
Okay.
that, why don't you plug us and then throw it to me for my last
Plugging.
word.
Yeah. You can find us at www.theworstmovieevermade.com. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. We are on YouTube. We are on Spotify. We are on Apple Podcasts. We are on Google Play. We're everywhere. You can email us. You can email us and be like, hey Goober, watch this movie. And we'll be like,
yeah, you could.
Oh shit. And then we'll do it, you know?
Yeah, that's usually what we say.
Yeah. We respond just with, oh shit. And then we're like, okay. And that's how we did Freddy Got Fingered. That's how we did Jupiter Ascending.
Sure.
We did a lot of
Primal Fear.
Norbit.
Good one.
Yeah, Primal Fear. So there's movies on there at www.theworstmovieevermade.com that we didn't do a poll for because like you just emailed us and we were like, okay, bet.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah. I have Invasion USA on the drive. It's a Blu-ray, but it's only 720p because that's how much. It's another Canon Studios movie. Like so. Masters of the Universe was a Canon.
Yeah.
And then Cyborg, which was
right before
Masters of the Universe did so bad. They started doing a sequel. Then like the company that owns that property was like, no, you can't. And like we spent $2 million on all this shit. So like let's spray paint it gold and give it to Jean-Claude Van Damme and name every character after a guitar. So we've done that too. So
fuck yeah, man.
So we got a Canon film, another piece of Canon fodder coming up next week with Chuck Norris.
Nicely done.
It was written by Chuck Norris and it stars Chuck Norris, and it was directed by the guy that did Friday the 13th Final Chapter, and the other Chuck Norris movie that Missing in Action, which is like the movie that like made him like a mega star, even though it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
It has like a 9% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
So what's your last word, buddy?
The biggest. Futon.
The biggest. Okay. All right. Thanks for listening, guys. Next week, we are going to do Invasion USA. Lots of dicks get shot off. See you next week.
You like jazz?
Like everybody's got a gluten allergy.
But one thing I do like is reading
Thanks,
the
Shay,
worst
Schmabe,
comments on
JK,
YouTube.
Slow Drip, Midge McKay, Jeff Joanne, Dustin, Dr. Ezekiel,
Well, how do you
Kendra
feel
Crumb.
about offensive minigames?
I guess.
How about a suicide pact?
Bye, Joe. Let's go.
You can just start backing up, honey.
Thank you, H.I. McDonough, making his first appearance.
And where about to compare? I like it.
You like jazz?
All right, bye, Jelly School.